Friends, uh, today I want to talk about something interesting about SIP and SIP step up. Many of you have been an SIP investors for many years. It's been a roller coaster journey. 13,000 crore is the book size of the industry and it's still growing. But do you know, of late the fund houses have started where it is not only the SIP, you can even increase the SIP on an annual basis, which will help you to reach your goals much faster. Because as your income increases, your savings should also proportionately increase, because you should also understand that inflation also increases. Okay, let me show you a slide with an example to understand this better. So if you look at the slide, there are two people, one is X and one and is Y, and who are doing a 20,000 SIP to start with. Mr. X is continuing SIP 20,000 every year for the next 25 years at a very conservative estimate of 10% return. Okay, he would have accumulated a corpus of 2.65 crore. Whereas Mr. Y, who has started an SIP, also he has got a good time period. It is actually planned for his daughter's education as well as marriage. So he is also understanding the inflation has increased 10% every year by adding 10% every month in the SIP every year. So what has happens is 20,000 will become 22,000 next year. The next year it would have become 24,000. Similarly, it goes on for the next 25 years. By doing that, by doing the 10% increase every year, he has accumulated a corpus of more than 4.35 crore at a 10% compounding. Okay, now that you have seen the slide, let me give you some real numbers. As you know, equity mutual funds on an average has delivered anything above 12% CAGR. So if somebody has a goal for say like next 20 years, if they wanted to accumulate say like 2 crore at this price, if they do a 20,000 SIP for the next 20 years, they will very much reach that at a 12 to 12.5% CAGR. But if they also factor in the inflation, the goal amount would have become somewhere close to 5 crore. How to achieve that? Simply, they can start the same SIP investment with a 10% increase every year. By doing that, they can reach very close to 5 crore, which will help them to reach a very higher corpus. By doing SIP top up, you are getting into two things. Your incremental savings is being taken care. You are taking care of the inflation which is happening. And most importantly, you are reaching the target corpus at a much faster rate, at a much desired rate. So whoever has done the SIP, do consider SIP top up. And now most of the fund houses has come with this SIP top up because it can be done only at the inception, as you need to give either an increase in SIP top up or an increase in amount, which can be done in the multiples of 500 or in the SIP percentage of 10%, something like that. Fine, do consider that. And there is also an option where you can even cap the amount. For example, somebody started 20,000. They don't want that SIP amount to exceed 35,000 or something, right? They can even give the top up cap. So the SIP will run as a increasing SIP till 35,000 but once it reaches that stage, then it will become a normal SIP. So that that will also help you to reach your goal faster, and it will also does not hit you on your other expenses. So while planning for goal-oriented investment, do consider SIP top-up, which is available predominantly to all mutual funds, and this will definitely help you to plan your long-term wealth creation. Either it could be on your children's education or your own retirement or having a house purchase or whatever. To know more on this, kindly connect. We will take it forward. Thank you for listening.